Welcome to another edition of our series, VR Supercar. Now, normally in this series, we have the owner present the car to you and describe why they bought it, what they like about it, and walk you through the features of their car. Today, you're stuck with me. So today we have a 2018 Aston Martin DB11. This has been configured with the twin-turbo V12 that makes just over 600 horsepower. It is primarily a two-seat car, even though it has two back seats. Unless the two people in the front are actually small people, the back seats are almost good for maybe throwing in some groceries and stuff. This car retails for just over $210,000 US and has a variety of different custom configuration options that you can get with it. So let's take a look at the inside. We had to stop filming yesterday because the rain had come in. In fact, you can still see that there was some rain that had occurred, but now we're gonna take it a little bit on a drive. So I quickly want to go over the interiors. This is the standard infotainment system. This is not the upgraded one that you can choose for this car. You got your simple set of gauges, all electronic, your paddle shifting, steering wheel controls for audio, and changing other features, including the suspension settings and the shifting settings, your climate control system, and your infotainment navigation system. Now, this is one of the things that just I don't like with car manufacturers today is now they're trying to make the infotainment system very sexy. And what I find frustrating is that you can't do a phone call on your phone or text. You know, obviously it's not safe because if I'm driving, I'm not paying attention to the road. Well, you shoot back, you know, to other car models or even cars of yesteryear. Obviously I'm showing my age, and I'm not tech savvy. I'm very tech savvy, but to navigate these systems now, you've got to take your eyes off the road. I mean, you can, through some of these other sites, once you get things set up, navigate, but it's still a pain in the butt. So, you know, I want to change the radio station. I've got to go up in here or use the touchpad to navigate. Another issue I had was the climate control system. I was hitting the buttons to turn it on, but then couldn't turn it off. And again, unless you become very familiar and memorize how your car operates, it's always going to be a little bit of a struggle because you don't have buttons that, you know, the third one over does this, and here's the temperature control gauge. Everything is all electronically controlled, and it's, in my opinion, not terribly intuitive. But here we go. So the engine has a very nice noise. It's got a very nice sound. I like the suspension to be a bit on the, I'll call it the rougher side, where you can feel every little bump in the road. However, for the purpose of our episode, I'm turning it off and making it a softer suspension so that the camera doesn't vibrate as much. But given that, the car still has a bit of a firm ride, and I like that. Other people may not. The view out the front, the pillars they definitely block and obstruct your view. Even the viewpoint from where I'm sitting, I mean, I've got great headroom, I'm very comfortable, and I'm 6'5". But what I don't like is the way the windshield is raked. I feel like I'm in a bunker in World War II, and the only thing I'm missing is a gun to shoot the enemy who's gonna come over those hills just ahead. But, you know, you get used to it over time. The windshield, or the glass in the back is very steeply raked. And there's no wiper, and today we have rain. Unless you're driving really fast to blow it off, it's not going to come off. The mirrors don't even really provide that well of rearward vision, but you know, with a car like this, you learn to live with it. Here we go. Finally get a little bit of the acceleration, and make sure the camera doesn't turn, and here we go. Can't go too fast because the ground is still wet and we're still getting a little bit of tire slippage. And with 600 horsepower kicking out to the rear wheels, once those turbos come online, we don't want to lose control and crash a $200,000 car. So, for a stock audio system, it's actually not too bad. They do have different levels of audio systems that you can get as an option on this car, but the stock one's not bad, especially with the engine noise. I like the engine noise. It's got a nice low rumble. It's very clean sounding, doesn't sound too aggressive.